Alright, got that fender stabbed on there, got the front end on. The fender's not exactly the same color, but it's not rusted out like that other one. And plan on rhino lining the truck like I had that S10, so not too worried about the color underneath. Got the grill on, put my new lights, all them adjusters and everything were broke on the other lights. I got the emblem, painted it black, and got it taped on there, letting the glue dry. But getting ready to start on these rocker panels now, or cab corners. Start breaking out the majority of the rust and crap, see what I got, or see what I don't got. So start cutting it out and get this one cut to size. Alright, got quite a bit of this stuff cut out. I still got some grinding to do, but I just peeled off this strip right here. I'm gonna cut my line right there and weld it all up. I'll put that strip back on there, so then, I mean, I'm not perfect at body work, but I can do enough to get it by and get it looking better. And that way I'll put that strip right over top of it and cover everything up so you won't see a seam where I welded or anything. Still got some grinding to do. What I did in here for the door jamb, just cut it real lightly around this edge, and then I got a chisel and a hammer, and then just busted all the spot welds there and pulled the whole strip off as one right here. And then I did the same along the bottom edge. So you can see this here. This is the piece that was right in here. Bust all them spot welds off. Grind it down and have some good fresh metal to weld to. So get this one sized up and see about getting her in there. Alright, got the panel cut. Put a little slit right in here so I can fit this bottom edge in there, weld it up, then I'll use some seam sealer to smooth that all out. See if I can throw this up here with one hand. Not freaking cut my hand off. Hang on a second. Weld it in over here. Get that bottom edge tucked in that slit. Still have to do a little bit of trimming. And it's a lot easier if you just pull the bed off to get to these back parts here, but I'm gonna try to get by with it and see how it goes, and if I can't get it, yeah, the bed might have to come off. But here's the panel. Let's weld her in. I forgot to mention before I weld that in, anything else that's kind of rusty, I'm gonna spray some of this rust fix made by Duplicolor. Clean up the rust the best you can, spray it on there, and it dries a flat black to help prevent it from rusting again. So I'm gonna hit all that in there with some of this and let that dry before I get to welding. Alright, got the new cab corner welded in there. Don't look too bad, still need to grind all the welds down. And when you're doing this, make sure you cover up your interior and stuff, and feel free to tell your horror stories about catching the inside on fire. That's what I'd sit there, be welding for a minute, run inside, start smacking it, put it out. Man, I had running one little part and it got to burning, and I couldn't even get my hand back in there, and about to start pissing on it or do what you gotta do. But yeah, feel free to tell your horror stories. Get kind of sketchy sometimes, but got her in there, gonna grind her down, and go ahead and probably prime it. Not bad. Welds are ground down, smoothed out pretty good. Got me some Duraglass over here I'm mixing up. It's like Bondo, but it's got strands of fiberglass in it. It's good stuff. When you're using this, make sure you don't go overboard on it, caking it on there real thick, because I'm telling you, this stuff ain't like just Bondo. This stuff is hard. I mean, you can break a grinder out on it, or use one of these cheese grater kind of things to knock it down. But yeah, definitely don't want to go overboard on it. It's good hard stuff. So getting ready to mix in my hardener and get to laying it down. Put a coat of that Duraglass on there and sanded it down, and then put a small coat of Bondo on here, sanded it. Getting ready to spray it in some primer. I didn't completely finish filling all these low spots right there just because that strip's going over it. Ain't nobody gonna see that and know about it but me and you, so let's spray her in some primer. Well, my primer video is MIA, but you know what primer looks like, so no big deal. I just hit it with some of this self-etching primer. Just pick that up at your parts store or whatever, and then hit it with some more of that blue paint, same color I did the fender. Yeah, it's definitely not the same blue, but I'm gonna be stripping it down, scuffing it all up, and hitting it with ordered it's called Raptor liner. I used Herculiner, sprayed it on the whole body of that S10 I had, and I'm gonna give this Raptor liner a try. So if you're familiar with that, let me know what you think. Not too bad. Got a little spot here where paint got hot when I was welding. I didn't sand it down all the way, but it's gonna get stripped down, no biggie. Looks a lot better than a bucket of rust or box of rust I got over here. Here's the old piece. Got all that rust out. So she's coming along. Getting ready to get her backed out. Start working on the other side, and then get to scuffing the body to put the bed liner spray on there. So a little update. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy holidays.